guys. So today I want to talk about a little bit more about Harry and Meghan's new house. So come walk with me. Let's talk. So yeah, you guys, I keep hearing that like once someone left a comment that said the Daily Mail is the one who broke this story about Harry and Meghan's new house in Portugal. And so she basically said, take it all with a grain of salt. And I suddenly realized, oh my gosh, she's totally right. That was you, Essie. You made me second the guess this whole thing about, oh, here's a nice church, about the house, because I mean, is it true or is it something that the Daily Mail um, made up? Hang on a second, you guys. I'm in a church. Let's just meet after the jump. So, yeah, you guys, I mean, how can we be absolutely sure that this is true? I don't think the Sussexes have confirmed that they have, in fact, bought a house in Portugal, right? We know the Daily Mail makes up a whole lot of stuff. Now, it's true that all the other papers, including People magazine, which is fairly reliable, right? And pro Sussex, well, if not pro Sussex, certainly not anti Sussex, they too ran with the story, so there must be some truth to it. But I just think we should caution against just accepting it as true because Daily Mail said so, right? Anyway, listen, I'm walking around Paris. I'm trying to get to, well, I've got a couple of different things I'm trying to do. Well, one is an art atelier in Châtelet that I've been there before, but years ago. I just wanted to check it out again today and see what's new. But I'm taking the long route because I've got to take care of some other things as well. So I thought I would bring you with me, right? because some of you have said that you don't mind my little excursions, in Paris and coming along. So, because I wasn't sure, it's like, oh, people are not going to like this. They just want to see Harry and Meghan. And of course, I feel like I can multitask. I can talk about Harry and Meghan while I'm, going about my day in Paris and share both. And I feel like it's fairly unique. I mean, most people are not doing it this way. So it's something different for those of you who don't mind having a little bit of variety in your Harry and Meghan content, right? So yeah, I mean, do you guys believe the Daily Mail? I mean, do we accept this as true, Sussex Squad, that Harry and Meghan have bought a house in Portugal? I mean, look, I think if they did, it's amazing. It's great news. It's exciting. I mean, I guess until the Daily Mail starts to muddy the waters and try to turn the Portuguese people against them before they even move. But, I just feel like we don't really know if it's true or not. We can never really tell unless the Sussexes have actually confirmed this. If they have, definitely let me know, you guys, because I know you guys typically know a lot of these things before I do. Another thing they're saying is that, the reason that the Sussexes got this new house, hang on a second. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it's safe to go in. Anyway, the reason that the Sussexes got this new house in Portugal is because they are afraid that Trump will win the election next month and that he will throw them out of the country. Which, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, I have been sort of not worried, but it's something that I've been thinking about. What if Trump wins? I mean, Trump as the president, he doesn't have the authority as a general rule to toss an individual out of the country like Prince Harry. But Trump is not a normal guy, and he will not be a normal president. And so, what he's able to do and what he will give himself the power to do, I mean, I think all bets are off with that. So, I was kind of worried about it, like, thinking about what would they do. So, when I heard that they had bought this house in Portugal, one of the first things that went through my mind was, oh, they are hedging their bets because if Trump wins, I mean, they may have issues and and you know what? Even if Trump doesn't try to toss them out, by the way, it's Art Basel, or is it Basel or Basel? I never know. In Paris this week, so they have a few exhibits. This one is in the Palais Royal, the garden of the Palais Royal, next to, not too far from the Louvre, like across the street. And so, yeah. But anyway, I digress. So, what was I saying? So, I'm saying that, Harry and Meghan are probably hedging their bets. I mean, if Trump wins, even if he doesn't try to toss Harry out by some kind of weird legal maneuver, like the types of judges he puts on the benches and things like that, even if he doesn't do that, my suspicion is that Harry and Meghan would prefer to sort of be outside of the country for the 4 years that he's president, because this isn't going to be a normal 4 years. I don't think so, unless something drastically changes with Trump's whole modus operandi and he just changes and just becomes a whole different person, which he could. He's a Gemini. The man is a Gemini, you guys, okay? And I think with these types of people, you just can never know where they're going to swing, how the wind is going to blow and what they're going to do. So he could totally surprise us all and be like, what's the word? A model president. He could be like a model president, right? As well as there could be utter bedlam, chaos, destruction, craziness in the streets of America for the next 4 years. I mean, there literally could possibly even be a war, like a civil war, right? So Harry and Meghan, I think, have hedged their bets maybe and said, look, I mean, let's just prepare for the unexpected and let's have a second residence outside the country if it becomes necessary for us to move temporarily for whatever the reason, So it could be that, but it could just also be that, they have a lot of money now, with everything and also with Harry's recent inheritance from his great grandmother. He probably wants to make sure that he knows where that money is in the end, and real estate is the safest investment. Everybody knows that. So he could buy more property in California, which how many houses do they need in California? Or he could buy some property someplace else. And where is he going to buy property? Is he going to buy it in the UK? Maybe. I'm sure he can still afford a house or two in the UK. Oh, here's where I'm heading today. The atelier of 30 artists. Yes, 30 artist studios, right? So it's very, very interesting. It's free entry. So let's go in. I'll meet you after the jump. It's a long one, so if you want, you can, fast forward, but it's very long.
Ouais, ouais, pardon, j'ai pas vu qu'il y avait quelque chose.
You guys, as I said, it's going to be a few minutes of this atelier, these artist studios, because it's just so fascinating to me. So if you're not into art and sort of contemporary art to boot, definitely you want to fast forward a bit. I'm not even sure at this point how far in you have to go, but this will be a little bit of a stretch, okay? So see you after the jump. We'll pick up with Harry and Meghan after the jump. Okay, so see you after the jump.
Luigi la Ferla, nella Sicilia.
Like they try to say like but in French this
Voilà, voilà, voilà.
So, yeah, you guys, I've found a few quiet little rooms here where I can talk. But um, do you guys think that this is true, this whole story about Harry and Meghan buying a house in Portugal? Do you think it's true or not? Or do you think the Daily Mail is just making it up to then create other stories? Because they do that a lot, where they drop a story and then they create havoc, and then days later they pull back the story. So you kind of have to wonder, what havoc are they trying to drop with Harry and Meghan and Portugal? Why Portugal? And what are they up to with this? Like, trying to say how they are friends with Beatrice or Eugenie or whoever the heck it is at this point. I don't even know. I don't even frankly care. But Are they trying to then have Eugenie or Beatrice come out and say, oh, they're not friends with Harry and Meghan, or they wouldn't live near Harry and Meghan in Portugal, or whatever? It's almost like they do a lot of setups. They set things up, right? And then they come back days later and sort of undo. They don't undo it because the damage is done, but they make a pretense of cleaning up the mess. Do you see what I'm saying? So one of the people who left a comment, her name is Essie, she left a comment in my last video about Harry and Meghan's house in Portugal, and I was like, you know, you're right. I mean, this did come from the Daily Mail, the Daily Fail, whatever you want to call it. Is this a reliable source? Because Harry and Meghan have not come out and confirmed any of this, right? Anyway, you guys, it's a lot. Like this place has 6 floors of art. So I'm going to each and every floor. I'm almost done. And it's just young artists who, you know, they sort of, I don't know, they rent like a little space to work, not to, they don't live there. It's not like a live-in studio, but it's 6 floors of 30 artists, and they have like a little, you know, a little space where they display their art. It's very, very fascinating. If you're ever in Paris, you should check it out. It's on Rue Rivoli, and it's free, but just so interesting, you know, so interesting. So yeah, but anyway, listen, I have to start heading back down, but I'm interested to know whether you guys believe this story about Harry and Meghan having a house in Portugal or not. As I said, I think it's a really great idea, even if not to get away from Trump. Who doesn't want a house in Portugal overlooking the ocean? You know, I mean, I'm just like, I'm here for it. But and also for Lilibet and Archie, I think it would be nice to have some roots in Europe, you know, so like 50-50 America and Europe. It's because that's who they are, even if they can't live in the UK at the moment because of security reasons or whatever. I think that having a place in Portugal, it just reads really well. It just reads really well. Montecito, Portugal, you know, I'm all over it, right? So listen, I'm heading back out because it's time to head back home and try to prepare something to eat, you guys. But I hope it wasn't too much for you and you enjoyed coming along with me to this atelier. And yeah, so again, what do you think is going on with Harry and Meghan and this Portugal thing? Are they running away from Trump? Or are they just buying a holiday home because they want to invest in more real estate because they have the cash, but cash is not the safest way to hold assets when you have that much money. You know, real estate is really one of the safest ways to go, I think. And so maybe it's just a question of investing, maybe it's just buying a holiday house, but it could be that they're trying to get away from Trump. So I'm just like, or maybe the whole thing is not even true. I mean, so I'm trying to get a sense of what you guys think. Anyway, listen, I'm back at home and I'm making dinner. So I think I'm going to sign off here, okay? So see you in the next time. Take care. Bye.